It's hard to introduce a game like Expedition 33. It's one of the frontrunners for Game of the Year, and I absolutely think it deserves it. Sorry, Donkey Kong, I've waited years for a new game for you, but I don't have a Switch 2 to play your game yet. It's a turn-based RPG made by the French, of all people. But why do I think Expedition 33 deserves the accolades? Is it the combat, the mind-bending narrative, the snazzy soundtrack? While all these things are amazing, I think they all tie into each other for the thesis of this video, that Expedition 33 is a celebration of art. Let me try and explain myself. This idea really started to occur to me on my first playthrough with the environments. Within the cliffs and walls of this world are the shapes of men and monsters, frozen in place and part of their surroundings. They provide striking imagery that arouses the senses, and that's part of what makes art. A hot anime girl may look appealing, but does it evoke any emotions? Well, besides making you horny. This is what caught my attention, and it didn't stop with the environments. The artistic nature of the game is up front for all to see. Clair Obscur, an odd name for a game series, but the direct translation means chiaroscuro. I really hope I'm pronouncing that right. Chiaroscuro is an artistic technique that uses a high contrast of very bright and dark colors. The fact that the game is named after an artistic technique is no small accident. This was a deliberate choice by the team, and it really shows from the get-go with the environments. Just look at these areas, they're stunning! Lumiere is like a walk through Paris, but bent by roots of copper. We have Yellow Harvest and Ancient Sanctuary, providing some nice autumn feelings. The weird corals are exactly as they sound, an underwater world outside the oceans. It's like scuba diving without the need for all that awkward diving gear. The environmental design is stunning and beautiful. I could stop there, but there are so many other ways this game pays homage to other art forms. Where better to start than with the writing? When making a game, it's a good idea to present a compelling narrative to hook players. Expedition 33 starts off with the Gamage, an event where a giant number is painted on the monolith by the paintress, and then everyone of that age or older dies. So, every year, an expedition sets off to the continent to destroy the paintress, and end the cycle of death. It's a great hook, but that's mostly where I'm going to stop talking. Partially because I don't feel like recapping the entire game, and because the story has a number of world-altering twists that I don't want to give away. I'll talk about it at the end of the video, but that's because it's a big spoiler. And besides, there's other stuff to talk about, like the soundtrack. Holy cow, this music is amazing. If nothing else, the Game Awards has to give the award for Best Soundtrack to Expedition 33. Although I don't think I need to elaborate anymore, since the internet has already been hypnotized by the music. How about the Gestrels? An eccentric bunch to be sure, but it goes much deeper than that. They are living paintbrushes merged with mannequins. Not only does this make for a creative creature and NPC, it too leans into this love for all kinds of art.
No distractions, son. I'm really busy beating up strangers.
And if we want to dive in further, pictos are also another form of art. They are achieved by etching chroma onto skin and machines, making this a magic system driven by art. But there is one art form that I think most people overlook: video games. Sure, the argument around whether video games are art isn't widely accepted by many people. And sure, a lot of games have been greenlit by greedy CEOs to boost revenue. But when you find a passionate group of developers, they can make an amazing experience. Some of the most thought-provoking and emotional moments in media can be found in video games. But Expedition 33 is a little different, since it is a love letter to older turn-based Final Fantasy games. The developers at Sandfall Interactive have been very open about their influences and how they wanted to make their own turn-based RPG. They even went so far as to include an interactive world map. It has plenty of optional areas, and they even let you access areas far above the player level, which really gives a wonderful feeling of exploration in a hostile world. But the star of the game is that interactable turn-based combat. I don't have a great history with turn-based games. As a kid, turn-based games always frustrated me to no end. Because of this, I mostly avoided games like it. But Expedition 33 is a different beast. Sandfall Interactive has implemented a reaction element to their turn-based system. So instead of watching in despair as an enemy slowly slaps your party, you can just dodge out of the way. You can dodge attacks, parry, jump over attacks, and perform gradient counters. It's a nice deviation from a classic system and reminiscent of games like Paper Mario in a good way. Now then, there has been some discourse online where some people don't like this system and find it a little repetitive. Every enemy seems to have some ball-busting combo, and constantly parrying attacks can get pretty fatiguing after 3 hours. That being said, it feels so good to parry every attack a Nevron throws at you, resulting in a big counter like... Oh, get played, sucker! The developers have even stated that it is possible to make it through the entire game without taking damage, which I'm a big fan of. Okay, no more beating around the bush. It's time to talk about the real stuff. The moment that elevated this game from another RPG to one of my favorite games of all time. Full spoilers ahead, so if you haven't played this game yet, go fix that and then come back. I'm looking at you, PJ. 3, 2, 1. Okay, now that most people are gone, Gustav dies! It's the end of Act 1, and the party is at the Stone Wave Cliffs to retrieve a rock for Esquier. After that cool fight with the Lampmaster, it seemed like we were going places. But then, Gustav gets killed by Renoir. What can I say? I wasn't expecting this. Most stories just imply danger, and don't kill their protagonist in the first half of the story. This twist sent me spiraling. I had gotten very attached to Gustav over the course of this game. I liked his gameplay style, his cutscenes, and that legendary joke, "Get out of my way!" I was in shock for about 15 minutes, but then I started rationalizing to myself. His skill tree had a bunch of padlocks on it. That means he's going to go through some sort of transformation and come back in some other form. That's right, I was going through stages of grief over a fictional character. But then we reached the end of the Forgotten Battlefield, where Maël is lying Gustav's arm in the graveyard, and I just had to accept this reality. Gustav was gone. This was a genuine death of a main character, and he wasn't coming back. This was the moment for me that made Expedition 33 a piece of art. The way that it made me experience grief was unique, and very few pieces of media had made me feel this way. Like I said earlier, art brings out emotions, and Expedition 33 had taken my emotions and twisted them into a balloon animal. There are other moments like this in the game, but this was the big one, and I'm really happy about it. I've had my eye on this game ever since the Xbox Game Showcase in 2024, and I'm really happy that it lived up to all my expectations. But what about you? Was there another moment in Expedition 33 that stood out to you while playing? Was it the dancing enemies in Frozen Hearts? That was another good moment for me. Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. I'm also thinking about making a video talking about those endings of the game, so tell me if you are interested in that. Thanks for watching until the end of this video, and I'll see you some other I need to find a new outro for these videos.